Hey, before the podcast gets started, make sure to go cop some t-shirts. I'm gonna take you out to the website. YouTube demonetized me, so your boy broke as fuck. So if you want to help support me, hold on, let me pull this up. Oh, this is Stu's site. You can fuck with Stu too, but let me show y'all mine first. I'm the priority here, motherfucker. This is my shit. All right, so you got the Game Time tee, Game Time on the front, oversized tee, Teammacho on the back. You got the I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm not supposed to curse in the first minute, but fuck it. I'm already demonetized, niggas. Facts. So yeah, I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm a bodybuilder. Yeah, so whatever you want to fuck with it. If you don't want to fuck with it, that's okay too. So yeah, like if you want, hey, if you don't even support me, if you support Kane, if you like dogs, if you want Kane to stay on his diet, you know what I'm saying, keep getting brolic, keep getting buff, fuck with some t-shirts. All right. If not, Kane gonna be hungry. I'll put the camera on him, but he's sleeping right now. They don't. That's why I said buff. I'm like, they don't know what brolic mean. If you're not from New York, you probably don't know. But anyway, support Stu as well, because he do this podcast. And I like to support my friend's business. Unlike everybody else who go rock Gucci and all that shit, I rock with my boys. So go cop Stu stuff, beefstew.net. He got the Fear the Fro shirt. That's my favorite right there, Fear the Fro Stu. And then he got this serious bodybuilder one, beef stew with the abs and thighs. Oh, he cheaper than mine. His is $28. Damn. I gotta drop my rate, but I gotta match that rate. I'm motherfuckers cop my shit. But anyways, I don't want to make this too long. Teammacho.shop and beefstew.net. Fuck with your boys. Enjoy the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We went to San Diego yesterday to watch one of our clients compete. So we were there all day yesterday, bro. Driving home yesterday, I was knocking out. Joe's fucking falling asleep. It was horrible, bro.
So he got tired as fuck.
Yeah, he got tired as fuck.
Y'all going to the show next weekend?
Yeah. Yes.
Me too. Why am I going again? I got like 2 friends in it, but my client, I want one of my clients to watch a show in person before she competes because she's getting ready for a show. I just want her to see it in person, so I'm gonna bring her there and then go watch the show. And that one lives in Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a buddy that's light heavy, bro. That I think he's gonna end up taking overall. Hopefully, anyways.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. And then, one of the girls from Revival, that girl Cinders.
Yeah.
She's gonna do it too.
And isn't there's another girl from Revival, I think, doing it. She's really young, a white girl, really young. I forget her name.
This is the one I was wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she brought her backwards, right?
I forgot.
Forward. Yeah.
It's also with a D. It's like
she's always wearing those. Those puka beads.
Yeah, she's doing her first show there too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun.
It'll be a good one.
All right, but did you watch the video, the Quinton
video? I didn't, bro. I was making food when you guys posted that shit.
I didn't finish it, but I just started watching it. I mean, listen, I feel like usually I'm usually against this kind of thing. I feel like just keep it between y'all. But there's a limit. I feel like if the coach isn't taking accountability and you just getting slammed, that's a lot. I think at that point, I'm not upset at you just putting it out there because that's not fair, man. That's not fair.
No, it's not, man. We had this conversation last time when it first came out. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's good, bro. I mean, it's good it's coming to light because you can't be doing that shit and fucking people up, bro.
Mm-mm.
You're pretty much stealing from people. You're not taking their money. Not producing. Not producing.
There's a lot of coaches making a shit ton of money, a great living, coaching these athletes, right? But think about it. The athlete comes on stage not looking good. Everybody jumps on the athlete. Like what happened with Samson. Oh, he must be lazy. He must be. That's always the thing. But when they win, it's like, wow, this guy's coach of the year, or Milos is coach of the year, or Boss of Outlaw, or Matt. They get a lot of good business and a lot of good, stock when they're doing good. But when they're doing bad, it's almost like, well, it's the athlete's fault now. Yeah. And so it got to go both ways. Like, both got to take blame and both got to take the highlights. So I don't have an issue with this in particular because, I mean, that's his truth, and he deserves to say his truth because he took a lot of heat, so it is what it is. I know for a fact he did everything to the T that entire year. I mean, he was so locked in on off season, bro. He was like a zombie. He wasn't even doing social media. He wasn't even doing podcasts. He was so locked in. So imagine how that feels, bro. You invest all this GH money and fucking coaching fees and food. That food costs a lot of money. All this shit for 2 years, basically. You haven't don't say 2 years, and then you regress. That's gonna crush you, but the sacrifice. You know how if going to sleep, fucking you can't breathe. I'll be pissed. I'll be so fucking pissed. So
that would probably almost make you start questioning, what the fuck am I doing this for, bro? You know what I mean?
100%. I think a lot of people wouldn't even be able to do it again. They'll be like, yo, this is fucked up. What the fuck am I doing, bro? Like,
bro.
So I don't know. I didn't finish the video, but Kennedy coming in. I didn't finish the video, but I heard most of it. And listen, it's not even to. I don't like attacking people, so it's not even about attacking Matt, and I don't feel like Quinton was attacking him. He was just saying his truth. More so. Yeah, and it was facts. Listen, same with the Nick thing, man. You can't just not be ready. That's not a thing. Imagine you're not even 4 weeks out, I don't know, 2 weeks out, and Compton is like, man, we just not there. We're not doing it. And this not even Olympia. You'd be like, bro, why aren't we there? He's just not responding. It's like, I mean, that's kind of your job to move with the punches, motherfucker. If I'm not responding to this, give me some. I
also feel like, but as like, okay, we've been doing this shit a long time, right? We have a lot of shows underneath our belts, right? As do they.
Yeah.
So I know, like, when I see myself looking in the mirror at a certain point, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm not ready. Like, I don't look right. I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think that ever comes in their head, like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and then question, like, hey, like, why aren't we there yet? Or what's going on? Or
see, that's the thing. People like Quinton and Nick, and honestly myself, once I hire a coach, I just trust him, bro. I don't really question it. I mean, I might say how I feel, but I never question it. I would never tell a coach, yo, I think we're behind, because I'm like, yo, this motherfucker been doing it forever. Like, I feel like he would know. And then I try not to trust myself because sometimes, I always think I'm too small, I'm too fat and shit like that. So I think, especially with Nick, Matt has never missed with Nick. So Nick is going to be like, this man knows what the fuck he's doing. I don't feel like Nick would be questioning, he'll be like, I'm not going to question this man that turned me pro and all of this stuff. So he's probably just following him blindly. He's not really, I mean, maybe he did have the conversation. I don't know, but.
Well, it's because, like, in every relationship, you need a little bit of reassurance. You know what I mean?
For sure,
and,
yeah.
Sometimes you said again, you see yourself and little reassurance. Hey, are we on point? Like, hey, are we where we're supposed to be? Like, like, that's the kind of question I mean.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know there's been myself, right? I looked at myself like, fuck, dude. I tell Joe, like, man, like, I'm not where I'm usually at this point. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Every time we just trust the process, go with this. Okay, go with it. Later on down the line, it starts popping out. But
what's up, Cam? What's up, Zay?
What's going on?
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
Long time.
It's good to be back.
Hey, Zay, did you watch the Quinton video?
Not yet. I just seen a few clips of it from Nick Trigili, but I know what it's about.
Yeah.
I
That's what
just
it's about.
yes. Okay. So with you guys in particular, let's say Ken, you're with Vu, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever question Vu? Would you ever be like, yo, Vu, I don't like how my hammies are looking, or would you just follow the plan?
Nah, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I just follow the plan. Like especially at this point, like, and that's where I think it's being lost is the reputation of Matt, right? He's such a great coach. He's had Olympia level athletes. He's won a 212 Olympia. It's sort of like when you're that athlete in that position, you sometimes you don't want to question because you also know that when you're in prep, you're not very objective of yourself. So sometimes you kind of leave it up to the coach, and if the coach themselves are kind of reassuring you that things are going as is, because based on the Quinton video, he complained that he was flat, he wasn't getting a pump at the gym at all, and he was getting the reassurance that it's all on plan, right? So once you get that reassurance, it's like, okay, what the hell am I complaining for? I just got to follow the plan and see this thing through to fruition. Yeah. So yeah.
So I don't know about this particular prep, but I saw in the video in the past that Nick said he does like to get reassurance from Matt. So yeah. I mean, more than likely, if that's the case, he probably did ask him, right? I know Quinton brought it up, so that's for me to question my coach. I would have to be way fucking off. I would have to be like off a minute. Like, whoa, what the fuck is it? Are you looking at the same pictures I'm looking at? You saw the last seconds, but even that. So to be honest, man, I mean, it's no surprise. Like Matt makes a lot of fucking money, right? Matt is a businessman. He has kids. He has a family. He's going through some shit. I saw like he has some kind of reaction to some procedure.
Autoimmune, yeah,
for
like stem cell reaction or something like that. Yeah,
exactly. So not for I don't want anybody to maybe throw him under the bus too bad. Even though I do believe he's responsible. I think it's up to him to just say that, I can't do this right now. It's just like I have a lot going on. I can't focus on somebody who's a top 3 Olympian, right? It's a hard discussion to have, but it's better than pulling out, So unfortunately, I mean, at this point, I think he's so successful and so busy that this maybe doesn't make a lot of sense. Like he's not making any, for us, it's a lot of money, but for him, he's not making any real money from coaching as compared to what he makes outside of coaching. So it doesn't make sense financially, even family wise. I mean, he's basically coaching his friends at this point. He's not taking on clients, but even this, he might have to just kibosh it, if I'm being honest. Because this is, you don't want to leave with like a bad taste, in your mouth, in people's mouths, right? You want to leave kind of on top, like with the memory of this was a really good coach. If this continues, and this is not good,
The only, I mean, and I agree with everything you said. The only critique that I have is just that, if things weren't going as planned for Nick, then, they should have kind of called it way before the last week, because you kind of know like 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out, if the body's not responding the way it should. And, by 4 weeks out, you guys kind of know what you're going to look like on stage. Right. So I think that 1 week, I think that was what really set the tone for the backlash. And I feel so bad for Nick because we all know Nick's a soldier. He does everything, and it's kind of like the backlash that he's getting. Maybe he just did everything that he was supposed to do. I don't know if it's from Matt's end or Nick's end, or just maybe truly the body just wasn't responding, right? But I think that with Matt too, it's also this thing we also talk about in bodybuilding where people want to see you fall, from grace so bad. He's had so much success with a lot of clients, and unfortunately, every coach is going to miss at some point. It just happens to be that Matt, his miss has been the year itself. 2024 was a year of misses, right? So now he's kind of being dragged through the mud, but people forget, people are saying like, leave, Nick should leave, and all this stuff. But like, he turned Nick pro. He got a New York pro champion. He's an Arnold champion. He made it to top 5 at the Olympia with the same guy. You know, so it's not easy for you to just say, oh, he's got to leave because of, you know, they had one miss in 6 or 7 years that they've been working together. So it's a tough situation, man. I feel for all of them. I really do. I really do.
Do you guys consider New York look from Nick is a miss?
No, I don't think Nick has. I don't think Nick has missed. I don't think Nick. You know, he has different looks.
The pro,
I don't think. I don't think any of them have been a miss. You know, people say his Arnold look was not preferred, but to me, it wasn't a miss.
I don't think it was a miss. I think Quint was a miss. I think Sean even
miss. That was a miss.
That was the air ball. But Sean Clarita was undersized. It was close to a miss, very, very close to a miss. But I mean, shit, he was still. I think that was the most shredded he'd ever been. It's just that the price for that amount of detail, I don't think it was worth it. But can you call it a miss if he was his best condition? Maybe not. I don't think so.
I don't know, bro. I kind of feel like that was a miss, man.
It wasn't an air ball. It wasn't an air ball, but it was a miss. It was a miss.
Did you see that he had released? They had released a statement why he looked the way he looked, Sean Clarita. Like they were trying to bring down his gut and try to change the factors that they gave him from last Olympia.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, sure. Was it really a miss? Was that what they were going for? You know what I mean?
That does make sense. Like that was the critique, right? Come in lighter, so the stomach is down. Now the stomach was down, but everything else was down.
Everything else was down.
Yeah, that's the trade-off.
I mean, the difference between 2023 and what they were asking for was just basically just don't carb up, you know, into the show. They didn't say lose 10 pounds of muscle, you know. So it's like
that would have been it.
It's drastic. It's drastic. It's really drastic. The transformation is really drastic. Yeah.
To be honest, like you said, if you would have just maybe ate up the day before and that day of the show, maybe just nibble on a meal without carbon up, keep your stomach fat. Shit, I think he would have looked fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because last year was a good look. Honestly, besides maybe he looked overcarb. That was literally it. Yeah. He didn't look like he was in shape. He just looked overcarb. You know, that was it. So, but yeah, it's good that you brought that up. This happens to every coach. There's been years where Aceto and Chad had like missed with a few clients, and everybody was talking shit about them, and they just came back, maybe win at Olympia, or came back with Andrew at Texas. Last year, Aceto done lost most fucking half of his roster. He lost Brandao, Sergio. He lost Regan before that. I mean, it happens to people.
Yeah.
But if they come right back and bring Andrew in looking crazy and people forget about it. So it does happen ups and downs, huh? Yeah.
Even Andrew missed this Olympia, right? Like Andrew was a big miss. Like I think there was a video that came out from Muscle Discord and Psycho saying that, you know, Aceto planned to carb Andrew up into the show, like bring him heavier. Versus he should have come in a little bit lighter from Texas. So the strategy was a miss, right? It just happens. It's part of coaching. I think that's one thing that we as fans of bodybuilding, it's a little bit hard where it's like it's never going to be 100%. You know what I mean? Like if Samson didn't win this Olympia, do you know how his wife's name would be dragged through the mud? Like it's such a fine line that it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, honestly. It's real unfortunate.
One extra meal that he didn't need, or one extra diuretic that he didn't need, could have brought him from first to fourth. I mean, these are marginal things, and then his wife would have been dragged through the mud like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so it does happen. Now for Matt, the only reason I feel like it would be the best choice to retire, is not because he had a bad year. It's because of how much he has on his plate. Just for him in particular, it doesn't make sense because he's already so successful in life and other things. If he was like a career coach or something, fuck it, you just come back next year and do better, you know? But because like he doesn't really need it, and honestly, it doesn't seem like that's his main focus, then there's no point, you know, there's no point. Unless he just really wants to do it, I guess, you know. But, you know, any other coach that's not the case, Just take it, take it on the chin, keep it moving. No harm done. Now, like, I'm not like none of us. Oh, we're not one of these bad bandwagon people that want to jump on somebody the first chance we get. Like, at the end of the day, I do believe he's a good coach. Personally, I don't believe bad coaches get that far. But what does that even mean? I think sometimes it's like your chemistry with people. His chemistry was just wasn't there. It just wasn't there, and that's okay. His chemistry with Nick obviously is there. So every coach won't be the best coach for you. That's what you have to find. So I don't think we could say this is the best coach or this is the worst coach. If Vu works for you, Compton works for them, and Brad Will works for him. Great. You flip them around, it might not work the same. So we shouldn't bash, but they do have to take the good and the bad. They can't just take one or the other, because the athletes take all that shit.
Yeah, that's the only problem is just the accountability when people miss, right? I think it always falls on the athlete. People kind of throw the athlete under the bus. Meanwhile, it's a team effort, right? So if you guys missed, you missed, but sometimes the word on the street then gets translated to, oh, the athlete was lazy or they were cheating on their diet. Maybe they just followed everything and it just didn't work out, Look at Andrew's case, right? Like how he came in. Thank God that at least people in his camp said this guy's a soldier. He does everything to the T. If Andrew was in Dubai getting prepped for this show, they would have probably said, oh, he was cheating, and that's why he didn't come in shape. So it's tough on the athletes, especially when you're at that Olympia level where people expect so much from you. It's just wild to me. Like I get it. Nick pulled out of the Olympia and, I'm bummed that he didn't go there, but the amount of hate he's getting just for that is so wild to me. That people care that much that he wasn't there, It's it's amazing. I don't know.
It's like your favorite team pulling out from the league, So I can understand that. I was really upset, dude. I was really excited to see Nick next to like Martin and Derek, But it is what it is. We have to understand it. I mean, whatever it is if it's gonna be a legit reason or not, he's still not there. So we have to only respect it. Yeah.
I would love for coaches after something like this happens. Let's say quit, for instance. I would love for like a coach to be like, yo, so let me preface this by saying, yo, Quint fucking killed this offseason. He got up to 330. He did everything I asked. He killed the prep. And, I'm going to take the brunt of it. I felt like I dropped the ball, but we're going to come back better. If he would have said that, shit, Quint might still be with him for all we know,
100%.
Same with Nick in the video. I heard a lot of just random, it's like, well, he responds better in chaos, all the stuff that it doesn't really mean anything. Like, I feel like it would have came out better. He's like, yo, I'm going to start this by saying, yo, Nick is a soldier. He killed this shit. He gave everything I asked for him. And you could say his body wasn't responding because that does happen. But preface it by saying he did his job. So it's not a Nick thing, Now, whatever, maybe it's me, maybe it's his body, whatever the case is, but he did everything he was asked. I think if you preface that, it protects the athlete more because we know damn well Nick is not cheating on no fucking diet. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even, you got to force him to have a cheat meal, so we know that's not the case. So I think it would be best if you preface it that way, but they're going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do.
But the storyline for next year is going to be crazy, dude. Everybody's coming hungry.
I just hope that Nick doesn't have to like pay his dues again, but he's gonna have to take that spot because it's not like third place is waiting for him. He's gonna have to beat Martin. He's gonna have to beat who was third? Derek. That's a hell of a third place, motherfucker.
It's been 2 years, man. Things move so quick in the sport. 2 years is a long time in the sport. So he's definitely gonna have to earn that top 5 or top 3 placing again. Yeah. It's not gonna be easy.
It will not be easy.
Things move so quick.
Man,
Martin better.
Bro, Martin comes in next year with another 5 pounds. He don't even need that much pounds. Motherfucker comes in the same weight and he looks 10 pounds bigger. Martin comes in with another 5 pounds, bro.
The problem too. The problem too is that top 3. if they wanted to, they can all take a year off because they're all Olympians. They're all Mr. Olympians. So they don't even have to compete. So he has to compete to get there. So he's already at a disadvantage so it's kind of like, yeah, it's going to be a tough, he can do it. Nick is one of those guys that he keeps proving the odds, but it's going to be a dogfight, man. It's not going to be easy, because even Martin, I feel like Martin is the gatekeeper of that top four right now. I don't know many guys that can slide past Martin. I think Andrew's maybe the only one at this point that I can foresee, but I don't know of any other guys that can slide past him.
I got to be honest with you. Fucking Derek and Hadi barely slipped past the motherfucker.
That's true.
I'm fucking looking at these pictures. I'm looking at post for. I'm like, yo, low-key Martin is violating Derek right now. I'm looking at the abs and thighs.
Let's ask the question. Do you think they were actually gonna let him beat a Mr. Olympia from the first time out?
I don't think so. I don't think
he truly hit him with a lot of good shots. He beat Derek in a lot of shots.
Yeah, I didn't realize first of all that his legs were that fucking big because he's so bad. When you're so balanced, nothing jumps out. But I'm looking, I'm like, fucking, his legs are huge. And I'm like, well, look at the most muscular. Everything looks like he has no weaknesses. And I'm looking, the back double is like Derek murders everybody. And I'm looking, I'm like, it's a different looking back double from Derek. But it still looks crazy. It's like dense. It's not like crazy Phil. Tape. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Looks like Phil's. Yeah,
Derek's back.
A less mature version of Phil's back double. That's what it looks like.
100%. Because Derek, I'm really looking at it's like the Terry's and the fucking V taper. The waist comes in, and then honestly, his waist wasn't as small this year. But I'm looking at Martin. His waist is tiny, and he has the crazy thickness in the upper back and traps. Even his arms came up a little bit. And then who the fuck matches Derek in the glutes and hams? Fucking Martin, apparently. And I'm looking, I'm like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. But Martin is no joke, bro. He's no fucking joke.
I gotta say though, you called it because I remember a while back we talked about Hunter versus Martin. And a lot of us were like, Martin's a bigger version of Martin, so he wins. But you called it from the beginning, so I got to give you credit for that one. You were like, he could slip pretty much in there. Then this was like maybe 7 or 8 weeks from the Olympia, a while back. So yeah,
be honest, but even last year when he wasn't really, or was that 2 years ago? Was it last year? He took last year off. I think he took last year off.
Yeah, I took it off. Yeah.
So the year before that, we talking about 2 years ago. I feel like nobody saw Martin as a threat. Just because he didn't do a lot of shows. But I'm like, yo, from a bodybuilding standpoint, he was beating Andrew in more criteria, right? He was more balanced, more filled out, more conditioned, fuller. Andrew's just a fucking statue, right? So he's beating him off of like, Andrew went off of like wow factor, basically, right? But I'm looking, I'm like, okay, anybody besides Andrew was standing there, he would have beat them. I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, there's not that many people who can beat him, even though he's not considered like a top tier guy. But I'm looking, I'm like, most people wouldn't be able to beat that package. So I kind of saw it like years back, and then he just came back as a better version of that, And he doesn't look small in the lineup. That's my only thing. I'm like, okay, it's the size. But once you see him in lineup, nah, he did not look small. So Martin, the sky's the limit for Martin. Fuad knows how to pick him because he picked him before that Olympia, and he picked him right.
So, you probably saw from Detroit. From Detroit, it's like he was there in person. You got to see him in person. So it's like, yeah, this guy's got to. I think he's been trying to get him since Detroit. So
yeah,
I think Martin can at least win one for sure.
I don't see why not. Bro, he's 27, bro. Like 27. That's crazy. So I mean, he has to. I was gonna say he has to outlast Hadi and Derek, but fuck outlasting. He could actually beat them like within the next couple of years. I mean, he's only getting better. I guess Derek could get better, but I mean, he didn't get better this year, right? So I don't know. And Hadi, I don't know. Huh?
Derek's is a structural flaw, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Derek's is 100% structural flaw. I don't know. I know Zayd. Let me apologize beforehand. I know, but like the front is never. I don't think the front's ever going to get super hard. Like even if that was balanced, his front's never going to be hard, man. I think, Yeah.
Well,
Plus the
how?
leg, it's the right leg that's gonna hurt him a lot. It's once you have a certain area that it's not your absolute strong point, and it fades. Trying to chase conditioning is gonna be the first flaw. I actually went back and looked some pictures. His right quad was way fucking bigger last year. The Swedes too. Yeah, for some reason.
That's what we were telling you that Saturday night, is it?
We didn't want to.
No, I mean, I'm gonna stick by my pick, whatever what the fuck you say, you know. And if I lose the bet, I lose the bet, you know.
You got. Did he when they called Derek third? You guys see Zay's face in the house? Bro, like,
dude, everybody turned back and looked at me.
Everybody looked back. Yeah, crazy. I'm honestly surprised that Derek. I felt like he was bigger, but he was worse bigger. I don't know if it's like a max out your frame kind of thing, but for whatever reason, his upper body got bigger and his legs didn't. So it made him look worse because he was less balanced.
Symmetry.
Mm-hmm. I got a hot take on that.
Oh, let's get it.
I think that the same way we've been talking about coaching, I think Hadi pushed Derek and Hadi a little bit this year. Conditioning wise, whatever the conditioning or the protocol was for conditioning, because Hadi's legs were also down, specifically his hamstrings. So if you looked at Hadi from the side, he lost a lot of that width in his leg because the hamstrings were so down. And even when he did a back double, there was basically his hamstrings were very, very minimal. Like out of that top four, Hadi had the smallest hamstrings, and it was pretty clear, you know. So whatever they did to get in condition this year, it affected both of them in similar ways. They were both down with their lower bodies.
It did. Hey, we just had the Arnold Classic. Samson did not make Hadi look small at the Arnold Classic. I mean, Hadi looked just as muscular. He did not look just as muscular as Samson at the Olympia. He did not even remotely. So he was definitely. We don't know their weights. They don't talk about their weights, but he was definitely down in size. And it wasn't jumping. I wasn't looking at Hadi like, oh, this guy's a freak. It was just like, okay, you know, it wasn't that crazy, you know. But back to what's up, Joe? Did we acknowledge Joe?
Hey.
Joe looks tired.
So when I woke up, I told Paul, I was like, I've been sleep deprived since the damn trips. So I finally got a day where I didn't get up for anything. So I slept in all the way till 12. I set my alarm because I didn't want to miss it. I wake up, bro. Levi, shit everywhere.
Oh.
I don't know if he was mad that I was in bed this whole time, but I was like, son of a bitch. So this whole time I was cleaning, and then I was like, fuck. So I thought all disgusting. I had to clean myself. I had to go make my meal and shit because I'm all behind, but I mean, I slept good.
That almost happened to me today, but I kind of heard him. I heard him like, I don't know if Levi whines, like pit bulls, like they got this whine they do, that they be like fake crying.
Yeah, no, he'll like make like a sound, but it's not like a whine. It's when he wants my attention, and I'm just like, I just stay in bed. He gets pissed and he'll make a fucking mess.
I mean, I literally did that like 2-3 times. I heard him, I looked at him, and he's just looking dead at me. I'm like, I want to get up. I went back. The third time,
he's like, you know,
he like, fuck this.
Okay.
I'm warning. No, because that happened to me last time. I ignored him, and then he started shitting. I said, "Oh, no, we're not doing that." So this time, on that third time, I was like, "Nah, he's about to shit. He goes shit, bro." I opened the door. He runs out. Fucking like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. He just took off. He shat all over the fucking garage parking lot. He didn't make it outside, but as long as he don't shit in here, I'm good. So, bro, he booked it. I'm like, he was holding his shit for a while. So when that happened, that's why I don't let him sleep in the room. I used to let him sleep in the guest room. I let him sleep like not next to me, but like next to me enough that I could hear him, so he doesn't shit up the fucking place. You know.
Yeah. Anyways. So that's what I deal with to wake up. But like I said, I got to finally sleep, so I don't give a fuck. I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. Well, how the fuck do you wake up to this shit? That's what I was
Literally.
I didn't want to fucking look at his ass. So get the fuck away from me, bro. you don't do this to Fiji, bro.
Hey, the episode where I went over the Olympia? Who was on? Y'all wasn't on the episode. I can't remember who was on it. It was Brady, Alyssa.
I jumped on.
You jumped on. Oh, PJ, yeah, PJ was on it. All right, so let's start with Paul. Did you agree with the Olympia placements?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty spot
on. I was saying it that night after. I was saying it actually Friday night after prejudging that I wouldn't be surprised if Samson stepped in there and took it. Yeah. Would not be surprised. But I knew Derek wasn't going to win, which is why me and Zayd had a little bet going on for that one.
Yeah.
Right, Zayd?
Yes, and neither of us were right, mister.
No, but I agreed with it. I agreed with it.
You know, I definitely agree with it. Yeah, I agree with it. But I think I could have had Hunter beating Andrew.
I thought that too.
Not because necessarily he had a better physique, but I feel like he nailed it better than Andrew.
Yeah, he was much harder, much denser.
I feel like that
has to count. That was the best Hunter. That's the best.
Yeah,
Hunter
absolutely.
Friday, especially Friday, I actually was really, I was really surprised because he was, you know, how the balance between being hard and full, that seems to be the trouble. But he had both. Even his tan was on point, and he didn't sweat. Hey, I ain't never seen Hunter not sweat. So they did something right, you know. So I like for that to be like. I think that has to count for something, you know. Andrew is a specimen; he got it. As long as he's on, well, shit, nobody beats him, right? So, but you have to reward people coming in at 100%. You know, I think so. That's the only placing. Maybe honestly, I could have had Martin. I could have had Martin third. Even next to Hadi, I'm seeing these pictures in the back. He was beating Hadi from the back. Probably even the side. The front, Hadi got him though. So it's like, could he have been second? I don't think. If he got second, I don't think that many people would complain. Maybe in Iran they would complain. That's about it.
It was dope to see them still celebrate Hadi when he got back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shit, they better. Motherfucker got second in the world. You know, count your blessings. You know. That's not many people can say that. How about Ken?
I wish our country was just like that, dude. Did you see how awesome it was? No other fucking country does that shit.
Maybe not just like that, but as far as that goes, as far as the bodybuilders are treated, yeah, fuck it, yeah, I would love that too.
Yeah.
Video, man, funny, man.
Close enough. I feel like we both got our pros and cons, you know? We got our pros and cons.
As far as that goes.
Oh, man. Kid, did you agree with the places?
Yeah. I think this Olympia was solid. Like the judging, I think, was very fair. I agree with you. I think Hunter, that was his best look, most improved look. And Andrew was kind of, it wasn't his best showing. So I think they should have flipped. I don't know if you guys watched Tyler's recap of the Olympia. He was really hard on Andrew. Like he basically broke down every single pose that he did and basically said why it was incorrect. Like Andrew had the longest segment in that entire thing. So they definitely weren't happy with the showing. This could be controversial because he's a previous Mr. Olympia. But I thought that, you know, Brandon Curry, I'm not sure, man. I feel like John Jewett and Akeem were right there, man. I feel like they were right there with Brandon Curry.
Agree with that. I would agree with that. And we all love Brandon's physique. I think he has a great physique. But Akeem was hard as shit. He was big as shit. Jewett was hard as shit, full as shit. That has to count for something. You know, that has to count for something. So...
Definitely.
But yeah, overall, I think it was good judging. They really did a great job this one.
Yeah. Hey, did anyone miss? Was anybody off? Like really off?
Andrew.
Oh, he probably the closest one, yeah. Because I'm thinking all the way down. You just said Jewett, Akeem. I could go John De La Rosa, Bruno.
Bournemouth was good.
Bournemouth looked great. Bruno was on point. Like shit. Who was? I heard last place was Theo, and Theo was peeled. He's just like not muscular enough for them. You know. I think everybody was on besides Andrew. I hate to say it, even though he got a fifth.
Yeah, fifth.
Hey, that tells you how good you are. If you could be the only one off and he's still top 5.
Listen, Andrew on is second at this point. If he came in like at least second, second. Yeah, we're all just waiting, man. We're all just waiting. Samson's fulfilled his destiny. It's kind of like how we used to say about Big Ramy. Just is when Ramy does this, he finally did it. Samson, the same thing. He finally did it. So Andrew's the next guy where it's like, I think that Andrew's the only one that can really fight with Samson in the next couple of years. I personally, I don't think anyone else stands, and maybe Martin, like if he puts on more size, but as of right now, the way things are, it's Andrew versus Samson. That's the only thing I kind of see. Honestly.
Can you imagine that battle? Fuck, that'd be crazy.
But you know what? Like seeing Andrew at Texas, I was like, yo, I don't know if Samson could beat this. But then when they stand next to each other, you're like, Samson is still. I don't care about the weight. Fuck the weight. That don't mean anything. But looking at them, Samson is a lot more filled in.
Yes.
Yeah, you know. But his structure, Andrew's structure is a bigger structure, but that's why he's not filled in, right? Because he has more to fill in. For Samson, for Andrew to look like Samson's roundness and filled in, bro, he would have to be so heavy. I don't know how realistic that is. Because he has really long arms, really long legs. He had like that simian panda build, and that shit is hard to fill out. You know, kind of like Stu called it like a tarantula or something like that. Tarantula build.
It's funny. Andrew's look kind of looks like sharp, like his muscles are like pointy.
It's angular, yeah.
Yeah, but Samson's like very round, very like
cartoonish.
So
yeah,
it's a little different. I've never seen muscle like that before.
Because I want to say Andrew sometimes looks round, but it's not round. It's like he looks rectangular.
Almost. Yeah, like his bicep goes like this.
Yeah, even his shoulders.
I get it because I'm kind of like that. I'm bubbly, but I'm angular too. So I completely understand what you're saying. It's like, you know, Samson, his quads just flare out like this.
Yeah,
Andrew's like flares, but it's kind of like it flares, but it's like this instead of like this, right? Yeah. So it's so different. It's so interesting. Yeah. But I think Andrew, man, half of his stuff can be fixed with posing, dude. Like this is stuff that can be controlled. You know what I mean? This isn't like we need you to put in 10, 15 more pounds. Like just improving the posing to get the most out of what he already has. We're looking at a completely different bodybuilder. I think that's the first place that anyone needs to talk about, because the only poses that Andrew really has locked down is just his front double, back double, ab and thigh. Everything else needs work, right? Like, can we all agree on that?
Yeah, I mean the side chest, man, he's really dropping the ball on that, because he has this crazy shoulders, crazy chest, crazy arms. But you don't see any of that shit in the pose. He just he's not doing himself justice. And even the back lat spread, it don't look right. He's putting his wrist in, which works for some people.
They hate that.
Yeah,
they hate
it don't
that
look
too.
good. It don't look good on him.
No,
it don't look good on. And with long arms, his arms are really high. It's a lot of gap. It's just really not good back. It's really not good posing. I got to be honest with you. You know,
you don't see that in the pro, you don't see that in the pro ranks. No one does this. They don't put it, you know, for the viewers, they don't put the knuckle, they don't put this palm into the lat. Like no one does that. You know, you see that on the amateur level.
Yeah, I mean, especially like it doesn't look good with his body type. It just doesn't. I've seen Robin Strand do it. I've seen Stu do it, but they do it. It looks way different when they do it, and they also don't have, you know, a 7-foot wingspan. You know. It looks a little different, you know. So yeah, posing would be number one. Well, I think just fixing the posing alone, he moves up a few points and then everything else, I don't know what he has to do. He has to come in leaner and full. I don't know how he would do that, but figure it out. That's what coaches are for.
Yeah.
Figure that out. All right, we got anything to talk about besides Matt Jansen?
I was telling Paul that Samson's doing the Arnold and Hadi isn't. So Samson's about to rack up $1 million in 2 shows.
Did Hadi say he wasn't doing it?
Yeah, they confirmed they pulled out. He pulled out.
Oh, what happened? I thought he said he gonna defend it. He got nervous. he nervous? Okay, okay. Everybody gets a little nervous sometimes. Is Derek doing it?
I don't know. He really should. He really should.
No, nobody knows because he doesn't know. He has to ask. He got to ask Jesus, and Jesus let him know if he should do it. I mean,
oh my god,
that's gonna be his answer. That's always his answer. You gotta ask. You gotta ask Hadi. You gotta ask Hadi. You gotta ask Hadi first, and then you gotta ask Jesus. But he don't know.
Why Hadi first? He beat him already.
No. His coach Hadi. You gotta ask Hadi, and then he gotta ask God if he could do it. Oh. I mean, everybody got their own method. That's his method.
500K, dude.
Oh man!
What's the price for second?
Oh, for second at the Arnold?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say that he got second secure?
No, because he said 500K. Let's be real. He ain't gonna get first.
Damn, this is crazy. This podcast is wild.
You can get first at the Arnold.
I think it's 150.
No,
it used to be. No, I don't think
it was like 200, wasn't it? It was like 200, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah, I feel like Arnold got a huge ego, so I feel like he's gonna raise it.
Yeah,
he got a huge wallet and a huge ego. But this is great for bodybuilding. Okay, y'all rich motherfuckers keep going back and forth. Let's see who got more money. Let's see. He's gonna be. I don't know how much higher you can go than 600, but. 700. They're gonna keep it. It's like a fucking
750. Keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming. Samson's
crazy. They gotta raise the pro shows next too. Keep raising that one. That's up to $20,000. Put that motherfucker to 50.
Yeah. Keep going up. And honestly, I think they should start raising the like 5th through 10th too, just to give people more incentive. Because the winners, the winners are the only one really coming up. Everybody else is like, damn, I'm still getting fucking $10,000, Yeah, share some love, but no, I feel like it's great for the sport. And he raised second place too, I think, which is important. Everybody can't be first.
Just make into the O or no?
I heard you get $10,000, but I don't think they're giving 50 people $10,000. So I don't know where they cut that off. There were only 16 people this year, I think. So I believe it's they get $10,000. Do we know anybody at the Olympia?
I know personally. I can ask him.
Yeah, but Akeem, what you got? How much you got, bro?
Yeah, I'll probably ask him. I feel like that used to be when it was just bodybuilding and women's bodybuilding. I don't know because there's too many divisions. I don't think they give anyone anything anymore. I got to be honest.
I don't know if they can. Like, think about how much that would cost.
Yeah,
gonna be a lot.
Classic physique, or no? Was it men's physique? Like 66 guys.
Oh yeah, a classic had 60 qualified, but like 50 something showed up. Too. But I was trying to watch that pre-judge, and I'm like, bro, I can't watch this shit. I'm like, who is this? Who the fuck is this, bro? No offense, but I'm watching. I'm like, yo, who are they? What show did these people win? Like, what? I can't believe there was that many shows this year, bro.
That's another one, Beatty. Honestly, I think that. I mean, there's 16 open shows and there's over 60 for men's physique and classic. I really think that if we want to bring prize money up, the sanctioning body, there's got to be some criteria for these shows, man. Like if you can't pay like $30,000, $40,000 for the show, because think about it, right? it's a good business. I could just pay $5,000, $6,000 for first place at my show, fill in the seats with about 200 people. $6,000 is nothing when you really think about it, right? It's like, I mean, so it's easy to create these shows, but you can't put an open bodybuilding show because you need minimum 10, 15 grand, right? For the first place. But I think that to kind of bring this in, because I know some people have said, oh, do like a preliminary judging at the Olympia, but that doesn't make sense. They all qualify to the Olympia. I just think there should be less shows. And there should be a minimum payout. So if you're a promoter that wants to promote shows, you got to have that cash to be able to even get a sanction to be able to promote a show.
I don't think they'll ever do less shows, but I always said that they should have like a special asterisk next to Olympia qualifiers. So there's pro shows all across the league. Just that little asterisk next to the shows, like, okay, this one will actually qualify you for the Olympia.
They won't compete though. That's the issue.
Yeah,
but there's still prize money involved.
Yeah, but
we're a pro for some prize money. So like, say the prize money is a little bit like, say it's 20 grand to win a regular pro show, and then those special ones or Olympic qualifiers a little bit more. Like, I would still compete in those other ones just to make some money. Yeah, if I've already qualified, yeah.
Oh, but see, if you're already qualified, do you think you're gonna make it?
I'm just saying, like, okay, so the other
that's messed up.
Everybody wants to qualify is the issue. It's hard to give that much blood, sweat, and tears and not get the qualification. So I feel like everybody would think the same. They'd be like, let me qualify first, and then I'll do it. But then it's hard to qualify. So motherfuckers are going to be trying to qualify all year.
But you know what, too, like with 50 people on the stage, like I wonder if they themselves, like those athletes feel like, do someone get overlooked because they're looking at so many bodies?
You're not getting looked.
Because the judges have their top people in their head they already know they like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say that some of them's getting overlooked, bro.
Bro, 100%. I'm sitting there watching these call-outs. I'm like, they better put Damien in the middle. And Damien I'm like, bro, come on, bro. He should be in the middle. Bro, you can't see. You can't judge 60 people. Like, how the fuck you do that, bro? 1 through 60, it's impossible. It doesn't even, first of all, it won't even show up in the scorecards. So you're just comparing for fun at that point. And I'm watching them run around and switch. I'm like, all that switching and changing positions, it won't even show up in the score sheets. So I don't know. I don't even know if every athlete feel like they're gonna be the one. So out of those 50 people outside the top 15, they all feel like they're gonna make the top 15, right? This is how bodybuilders think. Nobody's dieting that hard and be like, I won't even make the top 15. Like everybody thinks they're gonna make it. So they're all motivated, but you're not gonna make it because there's not enough people.
Right. Like, and it's the Olympia. It's the Olympia too. It's everyone's dream, right? As a competitor, to at least make it there, right? Make it there first before you even start thinking of trying to win the damn thing. So the fact that you even made it there is such a big accomplishment. So
right, absolutely.
They're all going to put everything into it,
Now, subconsciously being known counts for something because I didn't see one person in that top 15 that I didn't know, and I don't even follow Classic that close. But I knew every single one of them, right? Because those are the first people you're looking at. Like, let's be real. Like, it is what it is. It's human nature. You're looking at them. You know them, and they look great as well. But shit, everybody looks great. I thought fucking number 37 looked great. They all look great.
That's why I brought up the show thing, because the reason why you know those guys is because they won the bigger shows this year.
That's true.
They didn't win, I don't know, Antarctica Pro or something.
The Antarctica Pro, no joke.
Yeah, they won the shows that everyone has eyes on. So even the judges knew who they were. The guys who kind of won those shows that it's just Classic and Physique and Bikini, no one knows who those guys were. So even if they were good, you're not going to compare them. So it's kind of pointless. To me, I mean, think about it from an athlete perspective too. You probably won $6,000 at that show to make it to the Olympia. Yeah, you made it to the Olympia, but for you to actually get seen, you're going to have to go into one of those shows anyway. You got to do Tampa Pro, you got to do New York Pro, you got to do one of those shows. So it's all just going to fall right back to this same thing that we're talking about.
Facts. Yeah, facts. What's the guy's name that works out with Derek Lunsford?
Matt Grego.
Grego, yeah. He ended up getting like 10th place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that not tell you how competitive that shit is? Because he looked amazing.
Yeah.
He's a big name and he looked amazing. That shit is deep. Those lineups are deep, bro. It's fucking Josema Beast, right? Bro, he looked in certain shots, bro, he beats everybody. That back double, bro. That back double, he beats open guys. Well, he actually did got like top 5 at an open show, top 4th place. Bro, it wasn't even close. And Bumstead had a good back double, bro. It wasn't even close. That shitted on the whole stage. I never thought I would see somebody beat Breon in the back double in Classic. He beats Breon. He beats everybody. It's not even a show, you know. And some of the hardness and detail, his chest, shoulders, and arms, nobody has that because he looks. But it looks like a bodybuilder. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like a shredded, but he looks like Munster on straight, a fucking peeled bodybuilder. Doesn't really look that classic, you know. But in a lot of ways, shit, he beats everybody in that lineup, man.
Where did that guy, the one Serrato, was it One Punch Naz? Where did he place?
I want to say like
that guy's
11th.
Classic, man. That guy's
it
classic.
It doesn't get any more classic
than that. Yeah.
Now his muscles don't have that grainy hard. Like he's in shape, 100%. Like just look at the pictures. His glutes are everything's in. But I gotta be honest. In comparisons, he didn't look as hard as them, bro. I don't know why. He's lean, but he wasn't hard. It looks like young muscle. Yeah,
young muscle.
So, I don't know what he can do about that. Coming leaner, or I don't know what you got to do about that. But he was lean, for sure lean. You know, you got to do the AJ Sims protocol, get the gradient.
Turned.
I'm still trying to get my hands on that cement factory protocol. Give me some gains. All right, let's see what's going on.
It could be a number of years of training. Maybe he needs more years of training.
Yeah, I can see that. But you know, but I think that sometimes. But then I see like Hadi when he was like 21, he was grainy as fuck, you know. But if you watch like Dexter or Phil early on, they look like smoother, rounder, but lean, and then they got grainier. So I think age does play a factor for sure. But some people genetically, man, they just fucking
training age. Yeah.
Oh, is this show over? Ramon is competing. I think Nas is there. Hey, Nas. Well, Ramon is bigger than him, but if Nas was bigger and harder, he beats everybody. Like nobody is as classic as him. This guy is just peeled. But you see what I mean?
Just insane. The taper is just insane on that guy. I think. Yeah, he's really impressive.
But do you see what I mean? Like he's in shape. Look at all the lines and condition, but they look harder than him. You know?
Yeah.
They look harder than him.
Is this Dream Tan in the middle?
It might be. It looks like it, but I think it's just a complexion. Maybe. I hope so. Dream Tan is illegal. I believe it's illegal in the IFBB.
This is Brazil, bro. It's in Brazil.
Everything rolls in Brazil, you know that.
Yeah, different set of rules. It looks like he has Dream Tan though. I'm not gonna lie. How would that look on me?
It has that gold shimmer.
And why is it illegal? By the way, I really don't know.
I don't know, man.
Because it gets everywhere. It literally gets everywhere.
It's a mess. Yeah. It's a nasty mess.
I think it looks fire. On some of the Indians, you ever seen the Indian shows? I'm like, yo, these Indians are gold as fuck. That shit looks crazy. they mad gold, bro. I'm like, that looks kind of fire. I'm trying to be gold for my next show, motherfucker. Okay.
Oh fuck.
We're more getting into it. Okay.
It always makes me wonder though, like if you go to a show like this in Brazil, like and Ramon or Rafa's competing, like do you even have a chance? Like even if you're close, like realistically,
zero chance. You have no chance whatsoever. Yeah, you have no chance, bro. He had like 2 poses. Was that
routine?
Bro, they don't care, bro. They don't care. Like,
was that a routine? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, bro. Those 2 more times.
One.
Bo hit a split and a fake split and was out. I thought he was about to grace the stage. Okay, yeah. Let's see how much you hit. You gonna woke up? Okay, you woke up. Okay, game time. Okay, let's go.
Oh shit!
Let's go. Game time, baby.
What I'm talking about.
Come on. What you got, baby? Good pose though. That's a good pose. Okay, good. He got 4 minutes though. Okay, good. Okay, he's getting some. There we go, Ramon. Damn.
5 poses.
Is that a record?
He's like, just give me the check, man. I already bought this shit.
Holy fuck! Hey, this guy's impressive. Is that not insane? Look at his quads.
Those quads are crazy.
Do they like that in classic though? Do they like big ass legs?
I mean, Chris Bumstead's legs are pretty legit.
They were even bigger early on, but like he got more balanced. Yeah,
this guy's got like Keon's like structure, like
he does,
very wide.
Key.
Yeah, he's got like a Keon structure.
Just the upper lower, like he has more
upper lower.
Yeah, he has more lower than upper. Whereas Keon is like shit. He got perfectly balanced by now. His legs got big too.
You know, one thing I'm noticing about that backdrop is their lines aren't fading in that backdrop, being darker like that.
Good point. Yeah. Because if black with highlights to it, it still looks good. And I think this is an iPhone, and it still looks good. Yeah, this guy is insane.
He's peeled.
Yeah, he looks like Keon in that shot. He
does. Okay, if nobody knew who Ramon was, do you think like these guys could beat him?
I do.
The other guy.
I'm biased to this guy's lines, man.
Insane,
like, I gotta be honest. I'm biased towards. I haven't seen anyone with this kind of waist.
No,
ever.
I gotta be honest. The 2 people other than Ramon, they're more classic than Ramon, man. Like
that's what I always say.
They have smaller waists.
So I like Ramon's physique, but it doesn't look classic to me personally.
I mean, compare Ramon to this guy and the other guy. Their waists are smaller. Their poses are way more classic. They're doing more than 5 poses too.
Like they have that Y shape.
Yeah,
they're posing their ass off.
Yeah, like this looks a lot more classic. I gotta be honest with you. You know.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! Yeah, that's crazy. I would just stay back. This is better lighting back there. I would just stay back there the whole time.
Yeah.
The goon light.
And then you can have up the crowd and walk forward.
I think
that looks great.
Yeah, he looks good too. He looks classic too. He's kind of short, but he looks classic.
I'm gonna bring a mustache to the stage too, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's up with the mustache? All the fucking classic guys got it.
It's classic.
It's classic, bro.
It's the Bumstead. It's the Bumstash.
It is.
Like
can you imagine, bro, being the guy to like just everybody wants to mimic you? Everything you do, people start doing it because you did it.
It must be nice, you know.
That's fucking dope.
He probably annoyed, like, oh my god, these motherfuckers keep trying to be like me.
Dude, for real. Every time the Bumstead comes in with a different hairstyle, little fucking kids wearing that fucking hairstyle. What the fuck?
What the fuck is this? All right.
I'm saying, bro, half these shows, bro, no one knows these shows.
Hey, I gotta be honest. If I was a judge, man, looking at this dude, I think he was that day. I think he was a better bodybuilder than Chris Bumstead, but too bad it's not bodybuilding.
You said the right word.
But I mean, me being a bodybuilder and judging it like a bodybuilder, I'm like, this motherfucker might win the whole shit. Okay, he was a lot smaller stature wise, and I felt like that would play against him. I didn't realize he was that small, like of a person, but everything was there, bro. Everything was there, bro. This motherfucker was peaked.
You know what, Chris? If you literally just took away everything and just looked at their silhouettes, Chris just looks like. That's how Chris wins. Just look at Chris' silhouette if you want.
He does. Yeah.
That's how Chris wins. He just looks like. That's how Chris wins. Just look at Chris' silhouette. Chris just looks like. That's how Chris wins. He just looks like. That's how Chris wins. He just looks like.
I actually think he was in better shape than Chris. I think he was leaner, and I think he was fuller than Chris, which is a lot already. Because Chris,
you said
Chris
it yourself. If he was 5'10", I think he could beat him.
Yeah, if he was 5'10", I think he would have won that day. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think it's like a follower thing per se. I think it's more a structured thing.
I'm so glad Chris won. Chris one of those people you want to see like leave on top.
Yeah,
I mean, and if he lost,
going to be really hard. It was going to be, especially I'm sure he told the judges beforehand, it was going to be really hard for someone to take that from him, that last one, you know?
I mean, he wouldn't have gotten a speech. Well, I mean, he's Bumstead. He probably would have got a speech even if he lost. But you got to win to really get that speech.
But think about how many people have left on top in bodybuilding. Like Dorian left on top right before Haney was about to take it, and then like Haney left on top
for Dorian. Yeah,
but it's better to leave on top by choice, because like Dorian didn't get like this speech because he wanted to compete the following year, and he decided not to, right? So it's like, it's even better when you choose to retire on top without injury or anything like that. It's even cooler. Like Haney, right? It's like, I'm just out. I did everything and I'm gone.
Well, Haney didn't want to be unhealthy, so he saw Dorian coming. He's like, man, fuck all that.
He didn't. Or he didn't want no smoke.
Nah, he was going to have to supersize. Yeah, I think there's an interview with Haney about that. He said that he probably could have done one more and he could have won, but he said that he would have had to get a lot bigger to just fight with Dorian, you know. But he could have gone for 9. I think he had the 9th one in the bag.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, Lee Haney at 260 and Dorian at 260. Well, Lee still wins because he still has the better structure and genetics. He just has to match his size.
And it's funny how like Lee was like the return of Excalibur for Samson. I find that so cyclical because the competition is very similar to when Lee was champion, right? So Gaspari was second place. Gaspari was hard as nails, shredded, but he was shorter. And Lee was the tall, you know, not as conditioned, but, you know, he flowed very well, which is very similar contrast to like Hadi and Samson right now.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
One of my favorite things that stands out lately is it kind of glorifies like the Phil Heaths, the Ronnie Colemans, the Dorians, like how hard it is to win multiple titles back to back. Like these guys are fucking phenomenal when they win, and then boom, they're knocked out the next year. Like that's how good those legends are. And that's why they're legends. Like it's that fucking hard.
Yeah, some point, Joe. Yeah.
110%. All right, you guys want to ask questions?
Yep.
We've been off for a little bit. All right, let's get into it. How's everybody doing today? Everybody okay? Everybody good?
Hey, no one still has gotten like, say like Hadi, right? He lost the title, and he still couldn't get it back. So Jay's still the only person to ever do that, huh?
Jay's still the only one. Yeah. Excellent point, Joe. Jay's still the only one.
It's going to be hard to do. I don't know if I see Derek or Hadi coming back and taking over Samson. It's going to be hard to do.
Hadi's got a better chance than Derek, honestly. If I'm being completely honest.
Dude, the mental state in bodybuilding is so important, and I think people just lose their heads or get too emotional or too sensitive over things, and they'll never come back.
The way Derek was even talking afterwards, his voice was shaking and shit, talking about, if God didn't want this for me, I'm not coming back. I'm like, I don't think God wants you to take steroids to begin with, so I don't think this has to, you know.
Baby, bro.
It don't have nothing. Come on. So it's really up to you, you know. You can't wait around for a sign and shit, you know. I don't know, man.
Oh, man. And his defense,
the one-liners, man.
You know, these guys also like are emotional after the show. What the fuck? Somebody would throw a mic in your face and they expect you to be the best thing You know,
Good
the guy
point.
just
They
fucking lost. Give him a minute. You know, so we have to also reconsider about that because, dude, it's hard to lose and to do an interview right after. It's truly one of the. Actually, I felt like he kept his composure pretty good. He did say like something that didn't make total sense to me, but you know, he's still just in shock. You know,
for sure. No, he didn't say anything like unsportsmanlike at all, which you have to respect. Just that you got to take control of your own fucking future. At the end of the day, like we're all bodybuilding because we wanted to. It wasn't because of no outside forces, right? So at the end of the day, do you want it? Do you want it back? What do you want? You know, that's what's going to make the difference. You know, because at the end of the day, like God isn't watching the Olympia. So trust me, man.
Hey, B's trying to come up with these one-liners to make new shirts.
I know, man. He's really killing these lighters, bro.
God don't watch the Olympia. That's gonna be my shirt.
No, you said God don't want you to take your steroids in the first place.
Yo, you
gotta ask your coach in Jesus.
Yeah. I think everybody likes Derek's physique. I feel like everybody likes Derek's physique. I think a lot of people maybe they feel some kind of way about like that kind of stuff. Like it's not about being religious. I think there's a lot of religious people in the sport. It's more so I think it doesn't feel genuine. It's okay to be a fierce competitor. We know he's a fierce competitor because you don't make it to Olympia level if you don't got that in you. So he has that killer instinct. It has to be there, but it's almost like he's trying to hide it, and it's okay. You can let it show. I mean, I don't like Hadi. Like we don't mind that emotion. We don't mind that emotion. It's okay to have that emotion. You're human. You're a fierce competitor. You want to win. It's okay to act like it too. You know. I don't know.
Also, when you look at the relationship amongst your peers. Like you can see how many people were so happy for Samson to win the Olympia. Yeah. Like when he actually won, you could tell that Hadi didn't even mind losing to Samson. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of like, okay.
Surprised.
Yeah. So there's also this thing of how your peers look at you versus how the rest of the world kind of looks at you as well. And you can tell that Samson is just a great dude, just based on how the other bodybuilders there were so happy for him, you know?
Yeah. It was
hugged him a lot. Bonak was really happy for him.
Well, like, remember Flex Lewis, I guess you watched their podcast. Flex Lewis and Derek almost got in a fight backstage during the 212 show. And it's like, Flex Lewis is like down earth kind of dope ass dude. Guy. So it's like if you're gonna get into it with someone like that, it's kind of weird.
See, a lot of people don't remember that young Derek when he came on the scene. I feel like Ken remembers. Me and Ken remember that shit. Yeah. A lot of people don't. I believe that was the real Derek. I feel like
the real Derek.
Exactly.
Is the real Derek. Yeah.
But that didn't work for him because he wasn't winning. So he toned it down and became this super humble Derek. But then it doesn't come off genuine, I think, to a lot of people. And the people who remember that Derek, they already know. They already seen the real Derek, so they already know how he really is. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's who you are, that's who you are. But I think people would actually respect him a lot more if he was just himself. And we already saw that. When he came on the scene, he was like, he beating everybody. I'm beating Flex. He was going in. But when you don't win, it starts to look bad. So I think that's when he backtracked. I gotta find the Fuad. Huh?
I kind of feel like people can smell like bullshit online. You know, like people gravitate towards authenticity. That's why Chris Bumstead is who he is. It's not just because of the Olympias he won. It's that people really, really like his character, and you can tell that he's speaking from the heart. With Derek, it's kind of the opposite, right? People kind of just feel like there's this layer, there's this filter, you know, that everything is going through, that you're not actually seeing who the real person is. And I think that's why people just don't associate it. They don't gravitate towards it in the same way.
Yeah, when it feels scripted, I think people don't like that, you know. So at the end of the day, it's okay to just be yourself. I think people prefer that.
You said Fuad. You said something about Fuad interview.
Yeah, I heard that he had this original Fuad interview that was horrible because he came across bad. I don't remember. I want to go back and watch it. I gotta watch it now.
Down. I think he took it down.
Yeah, it was that bad? Holy shit.
I watched it. It was just like, from what I can remember, like, there was no, Fuad's, he wants, the whole purpose is to get people to see the real bodybuilder, right? Who these people really are. And like Derek was just giving like very, very political answers. Like they weren't getting anywhere. It's kind of like when you ask a question, it's like, do you think you're going to win this year? I'm just going against myself type of bullshit. Like, it wasn't going anywhere. It was just very, very dry. So
holy that's not good. Yeah, that's what people don't want at all. That's what people don't want. All right, let's get into some questions.
One of the coolest things about the Expo that weekend was every person that came up to Paul and I. They spoke about the podcast, most of them, and they said like that they feel so comfortable around like when they see any of us because they feel like they know us because we're exactly like how we are when we're on the podcast. But that goes a long way.
We're more relatable to them. You know what I mean? We're all like fresh pros or like top amateurs coming up, and like we talk about the same shit they talk about with their friends.
But nothing's edited like that.
I gotta say though, the highlight of my weekend was finally us hanging at the gas house. That was a highlight of my weekend. That was dope.
That was fun.
How huge everybody was in person.
Yeah, man. Everybody's big. I mean, to be honest, I feel like everybody's bigger in person. Yeah. I feel like everybody's bigger in person. Yeah. I feel like you're
starting to notice little people. They like kind of like start hanging out with each other. You see them all going on. We got all the big eyes.
That was fun, man. Next stop is New York. Are we all going to New York, bro?
We're going to let's do nationals.
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 I'm down.
We should probably set up a podcast out there, baby. Do it like on a Saturday, or maybe Sunday morning. They're having breakfast Sunday morning.
Well, how long
should we set up out there?
How long we got, man? I got to save some money. We've been spending money like motherfuckers. How long we got?
December, second week of December, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
What you want to do?
Damn, bro. I gotta put this on a credit card. Stu is gonna flip. Stu hates that credit card shit. He don't fuck with the credit cards. I'm like, yo, shit get tough. You got to put the shit on credit. He's like, no credit cards. I'm like, damn, okay. I don't live that kind of life. I got to use my credit card.
Stop eating Burger King and In-N-Out when you out traveling, motherfucker.
Oh man. I gotta stop bringing guests too. I gotta come solo, bro. No more guests.
December 13 or 14.
Okay. I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 weeks.
Perfect.
All right. I'm gonna cop some more Fent. Hey, anybody, if you need any no, never mind.
Back you get one free special.
Holiday special. We would do like a fucking Thanksgiving special. Oh damn! I lost my place.
I'd like to thank God for this fentanyl.
I'm gonna just leave it to y'all. Gonna see me in fucking Texas? Yo, how did you save the money? God, brother, God. I left it all in God's hands. God looks out for me. All right, let me find these questions again.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. So.
Me and Paul were driving back home from San Diego yesterday, and Paul was like falling asleep at the wheel, but I was falling asleep too, so me getting behind the wheel wasn't even an option. And so we're just saying shit, and then I asked Paul the question, and Paul's still out, and he started talking about like headphones or some shit. That doesn't do fucking said. We both started busting out laughing super fucking hard. And I'm like, hey, I'm awake. I'm good to go. That's the drive.
Yo,
We made it home.
those drives are brutal, bro. Those drives are brutal.
It was.
A good laugh will wake you the fuck up, bro. I swear.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it happen live.
Well, me and Eric, we used to drive up and down. And Eric will be past this is when Eric was like 320. He will be completely passed out. Like, I'll doze off, I'll wake up, this motherfucker like this. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I'll grab the wheel, and it will be an all-night thing. He will get up, try to smoke, drink a bang. And when you 320, you can't drive, bro. You can't drive more than you got about 15 minutes and it's over. Yeah, I'm dead ass. You got about 15 minutes.
We left Vegas. We left Vegas last weekend. I took off, right? I was passing it out. I stopped at fucking state line and filled up with gas. I'm right to drive. I was already like knocking out of the way of state line. Stopped there, got fuel, started driving again. Drive about 15 minutes, and I started knocking out again. I said, I can't fucking do this.
It's dangerous.
I told Ash, wait, jump in. You got to drive. Ash ended up driving for an hour and a half. I woke up. Fuck, we're in Barstool already? Sweet.
I don't know why girls make great long distance drivers. They be in the zone. They put on their little whatever they listen to, little Britney Spears or Beyonce or whatever the fuck they listen to.
It don't matter. Anyways.
Yeah. Yo, they be like this. They out. I'm like, good job. You doing great today.
I did a trip with Ashley, right? And I was driving. And I was like 30, 40 minutes in. And I was like, I literally can't keep my eyes open. So I pull over. I'm like, Ash, can you drive? Yeah, no problem. So I'm dozing off. And then I kind of wake up like silently. And I look over at her. She's like driving in the zone. Just like,
they love it. Oh, they love it. Yeah. they get hyped up. They love that shit.
She was in her zone. Just. I was like, yeah, you good?
Bro, they have like a whole party in their head. They get in the zone. You wake up, you look, they having a party. You're like, oh, okay. I'll leave you alone. Okay, do your thing. They be having a good time. Yeah. For us, it's like a chore. Like we be fucking dozing off. I hate dozing off, man. I feel like I feel stupid.
So you do this thing, right, where you kind of like pull forward and kind of like into the windshield. Like that. And so I see him like get in the front of the windshield. I was like, what are we looking at?
Damn, I mean, did you guys see my car? Did you guys see the damage my car has taken, like from prep?
Yeah,
that shit's bad, bro. It's bad, bro. It's the wheels all fucked up. The front is all. I'm like, this is it's starting to look bad now because I was waiting for it to accumulate before I take it to the shop. I think we there. You know, so I'm yeah, because I'm not gonna keep going back. I might as well wait till next prep. But I don't know if I can wait.
We're walking out of the ice cream parlor or some shit, right? And videos watch. Paul's gonna get mad. He was like, Paul, look at my car. Oh, baby, what the fuck did you do? Fucking bumpers all cracked up, broken. Well, fuck you, guy.
Shit. I put out some scripts. Oh, shit, didn't even see that.
yeah. Like, it looks aesthetic until you get a certain view, like, whoa, what's going on here? No. Exactly. At night, that shit looks sick at night, you know.
Yeah, you can't see it.
But keep in mind, it's not paint; it's a wrap. So for me to get it fixed, I got to get it rewrapped, bro. It's not. I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah, that's too. I'm not doing that shit. I'm gonna wait until the shit is fucked up, head to toe fucked up. Then I'm gonna get a whole new fucking wrap, you know. All right. Did I even ask a question yet?
No.
Nope.
All right. Still necessary to get show lean even when not competing. I just want to set up for an ideal rebound.
I don't think show lean's ideal.
No.
I mean leaner, like a mini cut, maybe.
Maybe like 4 weeks out.
I think if you get down to about like 7-8% body fat, you'll get a really good rebound out of that.
Yeah.
I like the way Justin likes to do it. Is the way I like to do it because, you know, that's how you coach. You steal everything from your coach and you do it for other people.
Not your coach.
Exactly. You know, just yeah. So basically, the way we do it, the way we like to do it here, is when you start getting fat, you just pull back calories for I don't know 3-4 weeks. You get hungry, you lose like I don't know 5 to 8 pounds, and we push back up. You know, it's a little push pull action going on. So I don't.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily going to be for rebound. That's not necessarily going to be for rebound effect. That's if you're bulking and you fucking start getting full, or you know what I mean. Like you want to keep passing that weight.
Yeah.
But you're trying to use the rebound effect. Like you want to drop down. So I'm going to say at least 6-7% body fat. So about 4 weeks out. You know what I mean, and then use that as a rebound to jump back up.
Yeah. Like the way I like to think about it. My dog is staring dead at me. But the way I like to think about it is that I like to catch like little fake rebounds. So if I could, I'm sorry, if I could go 300, drop down to 290, and then now if I push back up to 300, it looks better. That 300 looks better, you know. So it's not a real rebound, but it's like you kind of recomp like you would in a rebound. Same way if you're in contest prep, you start at 290, you get to 260 on your way down. It doesn't look as good as 260 on your way up. It always looks, you know, like now you cut down to 240. By the time you back up 260, you always look better on the way up. So, you know, if I can push up to a certain weight, get sloppy, pull back and push up again and keep doing that, you know, slowly, it gets a little better every time, you know, 300, 290, then 305, then 295, and then something like that. It's kind of like, I like to do it. Do you guys do shit like that?
So if it's a rebound, right, that's kind of different because you want to shoot up farther, so you push farther. But then, like to continuously bulk, like Paul said, I think say you run your cycle and you keep pushing, right, and then you come off. I think that's a good time to pull back 10, 15 pounds, hold that, and then go back into the next one. Like that way you can stay in a surplus for long enough, and then pull off when it's time to pull off. And in increments.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, based on the question, the guy's talking about a rebound. So I think just like what Paul said, I don't think you need to get close to stage. Maybe I would say I wouldn't even say 4 weeks out. I'd say like maybe close to 6 to 7 weeks out. You look pretty decent, you know, and then pull up from there. Basically, you want to look beach ready, right?
Yeah,
you kind of want to look beach ready, and then
I like that
pull up. Yeah.
Chris Jones used to say, "Hole ready, right? Hole ready."
Already,
yeah.
We don't got hoes though. We good guys.
I do think the amount of muscle you can gain in a rebound personally is higher though the farther you dig.
I think so.
So like, I mean, you know, the more you starve the body, like really push that level, the more likely it's going to want to put stuff back on. So
do you guys think part of the rebound effect during prep is, do you think that maybe you added some muscle during prep, but because you're so flat and dehydrated and hungry that you can't see it, and then once you fill out, some of the gains you're getting, you probably made earlier, but you're just now starting to see it? Do you think that's a factor?
I think part of it is.
I think that's part of it. But
you don't lose like, you know, like when you're in prep and you don't lose like you're getting leaner, but you don't lose like 10 pounds or 15 pounds.
Yeah,
you know, your weight is the same, but you're just getting leaner. So there's definitely a component to that that's there
for sure. Yeah, that's happening to one of my clients. His weight is not budging, and I'm like, but he's every check-in he's leaner. So I'm like, fuck it. I mean, that's best case scenario. It makes you a little nervous maybe because you're like, why isn't the weight budging? But who gives a fuck? I mean, shit, that would be ideal if you lose no fucking weight. You start at 300, you end at 300.
I don't want to take recount, but fuck.
You heard that phrase that Greg Doucette likes to use, main gaining. Main gaining. A lot of hate on that. I do believe you can gain at a maintenance. I just don't think it's the most optimal to gain as much as possible.
That's fair.
So like when you're in a prep, you're in a deficit, but you're still on all these androgens that are meant to put on muscle. So you're training hard, you're eating enough protein and stuff. You're gonna get something. It's just not a crazy amount compared to if you were in a surplus.
Yeah. This same client, His name is Angel, actually, right? So his first show prep, he started at 200 pounds, and he was kind of like, I don't want to say skinny fat. That's kind of an overstatement, but he had a lot of body fat, and he wasn't huge. He had like a few hiccups, and so in my head, I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to come down to like 160, motherfucker. Like, you know, this motherfucker stepped on stage at, I believe, 193. So he lost 7 pounds and got straight. So literally, he lost like the first few pounds at first, then his weight didn't budge. Pretty much the same diet, same cardio the whole time. He just got bigger. Just got bigger, stronger, leaner. I'm like, damn, motherfucking Angel Lavroni in this bitch. Shit, you know. I'm like, how? For me, I keep losing weight and there's no cuts. I'm like, what the fuck? Some motherfucker.
He has good genetics.
Yeah, but see, like you would never know until you tried, because when I first met him, he looked like he did CrossFit. You know, like you couldn't tell. I'm like, okay, let's see if you get big. But then he started getting big. Like he started responding. I'm like, oh shit. You don't know your genetics till you try. That's why, like, if you're like an 18-year-old kid, don't send us pictures and be like, what do you think about my genetics? You don't know, because you haven't done anything to find out. You know, you'll be surprised. I think Angel has better genetics than me, and I'm like, damn, how the fuck that? How did that happen? It came out of nowhere, but it is what it is. You know, so sometimes you just got
2 weeks out, yeah.
No, he's 4 weeks out. Oh no, he's doing a show before. Yeah, he's 4 weeks out from the first show. Then the Masters, you would say, is I think 6 weeks. I feel like I should know all of this. You know, I'm gonna write it down. I don't want to. I don't want to I don't want him to make a video about me talking about my coach.
You're on the road today, dudes.
You're on the road today, bro.
Thigh, I don't want no thigh gaps, Angel. We're not having no thigh gaps. Damn, I got to stop. Man. I got to stop this.
No one's safe today.
I had some caffeine today. I usually don't have caffeine. My bad. I apologize.
You're dialed in.
I'm dialed in. Yeah, I'm dialed in today. All right, let's see. What do you think of Jason Ha back in the days? Thought he looked amazing.
I thought his look was badass when I was real young. I saw him like, damn. I used to watch his videos. He told me how to shop on a budget.
It's crazy how it's
Evan. Oh, maybe not you. I think that was Evan, right?
Speak for yourself.
He did one. Jason did one.
The original videos were Evan, right?
Well,
everybody
did one.
Evan did one. Jason did one. Even Dorian Hamilton did one.
Yeah. Why you said even? You said even Dorian Hamilton did one.
Evan.
You know what? Nah, maybe he's trying to fit. Maybe he's trying to fish me. I ain't buying it, bro. I ain't buying it.
He's an antagonist. That's what he is.
Oh man. Okay. Towards the end of the prep, are you a fan of backing off heavier weights and go more reps?
No.
I don't want to. I don't want to. You know, shit. Sometimes my body tells me like you're weak, but I try not to. I feel like I lose.
What are we categorizing as towards the end of prep? Are we talking about 2 weeks out, or are we talking about 4 or 5 weeks out here?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if we're talking about 4 or 5 weeks out, hell no. If you're talking about like 1 week out, I mean, you probably shouldn't be hitting 500 beds. You know,
2 weeks out. 2 weeks out, it makes sense because like probably made it the same thing. Like, you know, unless you're a guy that that's not using AIs and stuff, but your AIs may be higher. Your joints, you're very lean. Your joints, your joints are not as lubricated, right? So the risk for injury is a lot higher. So that's why you see a lot of people back off during that particular time. And think about it, 2 weeks out, you're not building any muscle. So what's the point? You're just trying to maintain what you have. So that's the theory behind why people try to back off during that segment. Unless you're Ronnie Coleman and, you know, you just do
you want, you do it to the show.
Most people don't do that. Yeah.
Y'all realize that Maryland Muscle Machine, y'all realize he was about 2 weeks out, right? Think about that. It said like he was like I think it said 20 days out, and it kept going down. I'm like, wait, motherfucker was benching 500 pounds? Like, what? How? To think about that. Kevin Levrone was a few weeks out for the Olympia doing that. I'm like, when you put it into perspective, you're like, what the fuck do you bench off season then? You know?
You know what, though?
You don't have
I was just going to tell you that. Like, you think because he had all that time off, like his joints and everything were fine and good to go. But we kind of like put wear and tear on our bodies by trying to build up in the off season, and then we go into a prep while still training the whole time with some heavy loads. So, like, I think maybe back then you probably handle that if you do the same thing.
I also think the protocol was different. I don't think people were drying out like that early out. 2 weeks out. I kind of feel like it was a couple of days before the show. Like you guys feel like AI's like there was a lot of like because AI's back in like the early 90s wasn't like a very, very high on the protocol, right? Mm-hmm. Or am I bullshitting here? Am I talking out of my ass here?
No, you're right. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't really do like anything crazy with the AIs. Now they did push the diuretics.
Yeah,
but
there weren't a lot of AIs. Yeah, so that's why they could do that, right? It was just diuretics towards the end, but they weren't, because I think when did like Aromacin and Arimidex come out? It was like, I don't know. I don't want to talk out of my ass, but I know for a fact that like it was, this is more of early 2000s later on that the protocol kind of changed towards that.
They weren't big on that because you could see even in the videos they were holding a lot of water all the way until like the last week. I remember watching Nasser, and he's 2 weeks out, and he's lean, but he's like a water buffalo. And then he steps on stage, fucking peeled. I'm like, this motherfucker dropped like 20 pounds of water, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like they wouldn't do it through AI. They would just do it through like that drink that Chad used to pass people. It was Lasix. It was Lasix in that bitch, in case motherfuckers still haven't figured it out.
Did you ever see the Ronnie Coleman interview with Club Shay Shay where he was explaining the drink?
I did. but they always act like they don't know what's in it. I'm like, you got to use some common sense here. What the fuck you think is in it?
Yeah,
come on, man. But I guess he wouldn't tell them what's in it. Probably should, but it's okay. Everybody got a different method.
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman gonna drop a video about Chad.
He almost killed me in 01.
But it's funny because he does speak about that.
I remember that. Yeah,
he does speak about it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But you know what's funny with Ronnie? Like he never, when he says it doesn't sound negative though. He just says it. It's like, yeah, you're like,
He says it nonchalant, so it doesn't sound so serious.
Yeah.
So I woke up, I couldn't even walk. I thought I was gonna die, so I just drank a bunch of water.
Yeah, he makes it sound so simple. Like, I felt like I was gonna die, and I just drank a gallon of water, and I'm like, damn, bro.
I felt so much better, so I competed.
Hey, stop.
Oh man!
All right, let's do it.
Good old Ronnie. Hey, did you see that video where Ronnie's in the background, right? And I don't know what the hell his name is, but it says that dude that can like bench press a crazy amount of weight, like big old black dude. So,
Julius Maddox.
Yeah,
Julius Maddox. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was talking about he was having a sensitive moment in front of a crowd of people and talking about mental health and stuff like that. Yeah, and then he turns around like, I'm sure you can relate, Ronnie, and then Ronnie like, mental health is very important.
Why the hell would you put Ronnie on blast like that? On the spot.
Like, what the fuck? He just started like, what is this? But then you call him out. Ronnie don't even think about mental health. That's not something that crosses his mind. I'm fucking saying, man. Ronnie Coleman, that question. I was like,
come on, bro. Like mental health. Like Ronnie, like what the fuck is that?
Come on, you're talking about that with 800 pounds. He's like,
he don't, bro. He don't.
Not once ever felt sorry for himself. Not once looked at him like, man, I don't want to do this.
Nah, he don't, bro. I don't think Ronnie gives a shit about any of that. You know, to this day, I haven't heard one complaint out of Ronnie. He don't. I don't think he gives
Why
a fuck.
complain?
Yeah, well, why complain? Yeah, he said it. Why complain? Motherfucker?
There's something wrong in your bodies.
Yo, this guy Ronnie shut them down quick. That's crazy. It's not wrong with the judges. It's not wrong with your bodies, motherfucker.
That's the kind of press conference I want to see, man. That's the kind of press.
Me too.
So that was real though, bro. Nothing was scripted. Nothing was trying to build up. That was just them being them.
But you know what? Like I feel like everybody's nervous to say the wrong thing or something, right? Like Samson's posing, nobody wants to say anything. Everybody's just kind of like, you know, I don't know. I feel like nobody wants to really say how they feel. You know, like sitting there. Huh? I
was gonna say the only one that kind of matched up to that time was when Phil and Kai were going against each other.
Yeah, they went at it.
Because that was real. Them talking shit to each other was real.
You
see it on fucking Phil's face. He was mad.
Phil said something during the commentary when Kai came out. I forget what he said.
Oh yeah. Okay. They said something about do you get any dreams about him still? He was like, the predator always dies in my dreams. So
my dreams, yeah.
In my story, the predator always dies. I'm like, damn, but you still gotta hit him with that, Phil. After all that,
after all this time,
he can't have his moment. I was like, damn.
I hate Kai, but I love that man.
Yo, there was a video on Flex TV of Phil and Kai working out, and it was so awkward because you could feel the tension. At that time, I don't think it was public that they, you know, I mean, they didn't hate each other as men, but like as competitors, they really didn't fuck with each other, and it was so awkward. Like you could see the tension. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't like each other. Like you can see it, but at that point, it wasn't a thing yet, you know. But I can't see them. I mean, probably now they can work out together. I'm sure it'll be fine. Because, you know, it's a done deal. But at that point, it was so much tension, bro. They weren't really talking to each other. But you want to do pull-ups? And you're like, sure. Or really good form. And Kai did like pretty bad form, and feel like that was really good form on the pull-ups.
we see, like that's the kind of stuff where, like you said, like today, right, where people were bashing Hadi for taking off his medal. That's the kind of shit that sells. Like that could have been turned into something completely different than what actually it came to be. Because
you're right.
Then it's like, okay, this guy really, really cares that much that he just doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? And even like think about when Kai and Phil were battling on stage and Kai flipped his hair on Phil, right? Flipped that one dreadlock, he had.
That sells.
You know, like if you did that today, do you know how he would have been flamed for doing that? Like, bad sportsmanship and all that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
I feel like everybody's super sensitive now.
You know when Sean Roden stopped posing to look at Phil's gut, he went.
That was great. That was phenomenal.
Because put him on the spot for sure.
But for so many years, they're like, you don't look like you want it. You don't give any energy. That year he was all out. He showed he wanted it. You know, bro. Back in the days, dudes would get second, take off their medal, and be like, nah, no second, first. Fucking Silvio Samlo was like, y'all fucking blind. I can't see. I'm like, fuck it. You're emotional. I don't give a fuck. You know. Oh. I mean, okay, as long as you don't disrespect your fellow athlete, which I don't feel like when Flex did that, it wasn't toward Ronnie. It was more like, honestly, kind of toward the judges and just in general to the fans. Yeah. But he always showed Ronnie love, so he and he likes Ronnie. You know, I don't see anything wrong with some emotion. They try to do that in every sport. In basketball, dudes get a fucking technical foul for like hanging on the rim or yelling. I'm like, motherfucker, you it's an emotional thing. You can feel emotions. You know, he went to use the bathroom probably. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it,
He's looking at him. He's looking at him right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to
Yeah, he's
drop
thinking
that
about it.
shit.
As he slowly squats, he just staring at
Yeah. But that's exactly what he did. He like he went to the bathroom, I think.
Remember the third look?
Yeah. He
It's over.
Huh?
The
He
third
said?
time he looks at you like that.
It's over. Yeah. He's gonna drop it. He's gonna drop it. All right. Let's do one more question.
Big time.
Game time.
What's up, little guy?
Opinion on what to add on top of test, DECA, NPP. Wait, what? What to add? Okay, what to add on top of test, comma, DECA, NPP, or Primo Masked EQ?
What?
Depends on the goal.
Get a coach, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what is this?
Have you saw the kitchen sink here?
I mean, like, yeah, we don't know if this is your first cycle or your 50th cycle. I mean, there's so many factors that we can't really prescribe you a cycle. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
you tell them what, and they're going to make a video about you now. That way you tell them
he gonna drop a video tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know about that. Do you think the keto diet has any basis in bodybuilding?
Oh, that's a great question.
There's some people that actually do really well on it. It just depends on if you're a water buffalo or not.
But the thing is, even with Dave Palumbo, like let's say if you put somebody on keto, he does have high days, right? I think people don't think about it because, like, if you're doing an actual keto diet, there's no refeed day or high carb day. So he doesn't actually want you to be in ketosis. It's more so, I mean, the calorie drop. He just doesn't see the need to go really low in fats because he feels like you wouldn't function well on that. Dave Palumbo's keto makes sense for bodybuilding, the way he does it. But if you're talking about like,
it worked pretty well. Pretty well, but he doesn't have high days. I work with Dave, and he gives you cheat meals. So his carbs are coming from the cheat meals, not really from the diet. So you're always on keto, and when you look too flat, he gives you a cheat meal, and he also plays around with the fats. So sometimes you have higher fat days. Sometimes it's lower fat days.
But it's not even true keto, right? Because in bodybuilding, you need the protein, so it's literally just
it's high protein.
It's zero carb or higher fat.
I gotta shoot straight from the hip, man. In higher levels of bodybuilding, I don't think it works, man. Like, I think we're talking about, like, you know, we're talking about getting to the national level, and maybe you can, you know, someone with good genetics to national level. But I think in the pro ranks, man, I find this is a hard sell. I gotta be honest.
Well, the bigger your muscle, right? The bigger your muscle, the more
that's all it is.
Careful with depletion, right? So, like,
you
only deplete for so long before you start eating in your muscles. So there has to be continuous repeats.
Common ground.
Exactly.
I don't think like the diet in itself is flawed in any ways. But when you're talking about 300-pound bodybuilders, most of them need more food than zero carbs, right? And at that point, why would you give them 300 grams of fat, right? you probably wouldn't do that. So you probably have 400 protein, I don't know, 150 or 200 fats. Then you would have maybe 200 carbs, something like that.
And
everybody's
different.
Exactly.
Performance. That's also the part that doesn't get taken into account. The performance in the gym, because before you get into ketosis, it's usually like maybe like 3 or 4 weeks to get into ketosis. But then he's filling you out. So you got to get back into ketosis. So performance too is also takes a hit. I mean, you take a hit with performance and prep anyway, but like that's why I think in higher levels of bodybuilding, I don't know if it could work.
It maybe worked for Akeem when he was with Dave, because I remember Akeem used to do that. And he used to eat like nothing.
But then you know what? Akeem looks better now. You know. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I'm starting to feel the same. I'm starting to be like, yo, like going for this certain look, I feel like I'm just losing muscle and not getting better condition. So now I'm like, I don't think I need to go that low in food. I mean, still low, but not 1,500 calories. I think sometimes it's just overkill, you know? I really think it's overkill sometimes. We assume if you're lighter, it means you're better conditioned. But not always. There's a limit. There's a limit where you look worse conditioned, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah. Everybody's different, but I think
exactly.
Everybody's different, but I do think the big dudes, the ones with, big muscle bellies, right? The 280 plus, like, you can only be depleted for like 3, maybe you're pushing it 4 days max before your coach has to feed you back up. And then even the low fats, like, because we all get to a point where it's pretty damn low fat. Like, if you're getting any fats, it's from trace fats of the, the meats. And to dig into those really low levels of body fat to really get dug out, you have to have low fats, but you have to keep your muscle as full as possible for as long as possible so you don't dig into muscle tissue. So keto is, like you said, at a high level, meaning larger men, like, that shit ain't going to work.
Unless you do, I remember Boston Lloyd had a thing he would do where it would be like every other day. Like, it would literally be like keto Monday, Tuesday high carb, keto Monday. But then at that point, you could argue, why not keep it consistent?
It's not even keto. Yeah, it's not even keto at that point.
Exactly. Right? But my thing is, if you're doing 0 carbs, the next day 300, why not just go 150 carbs across the week,
Yeah.
Would you not get the same effect? Maybe not. I mean, I've never tried it, so I can't say for sure. But I would think you would get similar results if you just kept it even killed. But what the fuck do I know?
This is probably kind of like a carb cycle, right? I guess you would say. We're going 100, 150, 100, 150, 100.
I think the best way to carb cycle is just string together low days until you hit like a new low weight, or until you drop a little bit of body fat, and then do some high days. I think that I feel like that works the best. Now, how long you stay low? My thing now is that I'm not gonna lose weight for the sake of losing weight anymore. In the past, if I lost weight and I didn't look tighter, I would push it more and be like, I'm gonna drop more weight until I get tighter. Now I wouldn't do that. Now I would be like, if I drop weight and didn't get tighter, that's the bad thing, right? That means that could mean I'm potentially losing muscle. If you're dropping more weight but you're not getting tighter, you don't want that. So if anything, I would stop pulling. If I go 3 days and I lost 3 pounds but I'm not tighter, I would actually do a refeed instead of going 3 more days low. Right? If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't trade weight if it's not coming with better condition. Because now what's the point? You're trying to get these glute lines, but it's like, it's not getting better. You're just getting smaller. It's not worth it.
Yeah, at this point, you're fixated on the scale weight instead of the actual look in your body.
Exactly. So, and sometimes your glutes don't. If your glutes aren't popping, you won't see the lines, even if you're lean enough. Yeah. So you have to be popping. I've seen Paul at his flattest versus on stage, and it's 2 different bodybuilders. If you stepped on stage at that flat look, nobody would even recognize you. It's two different people.
Yeah,
it's 2 different people. So that tells you how, and you look leaner after you start eating up, right? So it's like, it has to be a balance. But I think we answered the question. So keto, maybe you could do keto, but I still wouldn't recommend it though. Just you don't have to have a label. Just go as low as you need to go and not any lower. You don't have to subscribe to like a certain diet. You can just be, just bodybuilding, man. I think that's it. You want to do one more question? Or are you good?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm good. Do you think Big Ramy will come back?
No.
Like when? If next year he would be 39 or 40?
40, I think.
Are his triceps back? Or his back back? There's so many factors.
Stand out, so I think he's happy with them.
There's nothing left to prove. There's nothing left to prove.
Hey,
I do have to say that last Arnold look was better.
I thought it was great. I thought it was phenomenal.
I thought it was great too. Yeah.
But if he still got
on a high note.
But if he still got 4th and he looked really good, you might as well just fuck it. There's no point.
There's nothing left to prove, especially when you get. I think that's the hardest part about being an Olympia champion, like what Derek is kind of going through. Once you get there, there's no other place to go but to get it back. And if you can't get it back, it's like, where do you go from here? You're not going to go do Tampa Pro, right? Like that's it. You're at the top of the summit. So there's nothing left to prove. I think Ramy, there's no point coming back at this point.
Yeah. What you said, Paul?
So I got a question.
Okay.
Roelly Winklaar.
Why is he getting big again?
Have you guys seen him lately?
Yeah, he added.
Yeah.
He's blowing back up.
He added at least 20 more pounds.
I don't think he's
I
coming back.
don't think he's coming back, but I think at some point, say you got shrunken down, you start seeing old pictures. Yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna get a little bit.
Like,
fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I think. He was probably like, man, like, nah, man, I can't go out like this, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, man, I tried the other shit. Nah, fuck that. I want to be kind of big.
I think so. Well, you see this happen with Seth Feroce, right? He's getting big again. Even Compton. I mean, I remember Compton had got really small at one point. He had got like, he looked like, I don't think he was even training at one point.
No, I think that's what he got down to, like 220, right? 225.
Yeah. He got as low as like low 220s.
Yeah.
You know, and now he looks pretty. I mean, I think he looks big. You know, so it's like I think people kind of find.
I don't think he'd be 230, bro. He looks fucking huge. Just be real.
Yeah, he looks big regardless. Yeah, I think after you retire, you have to find your comfort zone. What are you comfortable with looking like? Are you comfortable looking? Dennis Wolf. Dennis Wolf got really skinny at one point when he retired, and now he's filling back out a little bit. So it's like you find a sweet spot. What can I be very healthy at, but also like how I look? You know, there's balance. So I think Roelly is finding that balance where he's like, I don't have to be like small, but I don't have to be really big. You know. Yeah, shit. Roelly is a grown man, bro. I think Roelly is like
Roelly's late 40s, and
that's what I'm saying.
Also, I don't think Roelly did any kind of finasteride, nothing. The guy kept all his hair, man, from the very jump. You know,
he got cool, bro.
And then he's competing at such a high level too, right? Like, he probably wanted to just get all of his health markers super good and like. Not have anything to worry about in his 40s and shit, so he can just put on a little bit of muscle again and just walk around like just chilling.
He was super smart. He never mentioned his age. I even saw Giles ask him, and he didn't answer it because people like to judge you based off your age.
Yeah,
if nobody realized how old he was, you know, he was older than everybody.
That's a perfect time to not understand English, you know? That's great.
Oh, my birthday? Yeah, you don't know what's going on. Yeah. Hey, because he was literally older. I mean, besides Dexter, he was older than everybody. Nobody knew. Yeah. He looks young, though. I mean, he looks
bad young.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell. He looks even younger now. So nobody. Shit, I don't think he actually did his first show until he was close to 30, actually. You know, if not 30. So he started late, but shit, it didn't matter, bro. It didn't. There's a picture of him at his first show with Dexter. Dexter said, I saw that shit. I wanted to grab his fucking phone out of his hand and threw it. Because he was an amateur and his arm is bigger than Dexter. He's like, I wanted to throw that shit away. But Roelly is a freak of nature, bro. Those arms, bro, is the most insane shit. He would be in show condition with like a tracksuit on and look like he was off season, but then once you see that jaw, that shredded jaw, you're like, oh, he in shape. He just looks fucking. He's just that big, you know. He looks off season, you know.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, let's sign off before I have to clean up shit.
I get it.
It was a good one, guys.
It was good. Yeah, we had the original crew besides Stu.
Original crew.
He'll be back next time.
Yeah, this one's dope. Missed you guys.
All right, man.
Hey, we should be about this original crew on Sundays.
We should, bro. We should.
Down for that.
You know what
I mean, it's basically
that's what it was. Remember, and then maybe you would have like special guests on Wednesdays. That's kind of how we started.
That was the game plan, and then somewhere along the line, football season started for Paul. Ken worked 10 jobs, so Ken is always working somewhere.
Do you like my shirt?
Oh,
I like
shit,
it, bro! Yeah, Represent.
Fire. I like it.
Yeah.
We we got to talk about what they. No, never mind. Let me not get off the cuff. All right, guys. Peace out.
All right, fellas.
Later.
Later.
Peace
All right,
out.
boys.